everyone, I'm the Craftacular Creator and today we're putting the cap in crafting as I share two fabulous fun folds perfect for any graduate in your life. In this video I'll walk you through the measurements, step-by-step instructions and my own design choices for each card, plus a few crafty tips along the way. Trust me, these cards are first class. Before I graduate to the tutorial, I'd love it if you got clicky for Vicki, my puntastic way of asking you to like, share and subscribe. Your support really is first class. Here are some of the key products I used. You'll find a complete list along with links in the description box below. And just a quick note, you might spot some twine in the footage, but that didn't make the cut. I ended up doing a little tassel hunting online instead. To kick off the ceremony, I started with a little research. I searched YouTube for graduation cap fun folds and stumbled upon a brilliant tutorial by Stamptastic Designs. Her link is in the description below. Full credit to her for the original idea. I took a piece of black cardstock measuring 8.5 by 3.5 inches and scored it at 2 1/8 from each side, creating a gatefold style base, just like doors opening to a brighter future. Next, I cut a 1.25 by 2.5 inch piece of black cardstock and scored it along the 2.5 inch side at 1 inch. This flap becomes our hinge. I folded it and adhered it to the centre top inside of the gatefold using liquid glue. The 1 inch flap folds neatly over the front panels, a bit like a graduation cap sitting atop a proud head. Then I cut a 3 by 3 inch square of black cardstock and turned it on its corner to form a diamond. I added glue to that 1 inch flap and aligned the diamond's middle points with the gatefold's top edge. You know, on point, just like a top student. Time to gild the grade. I cut two 2 1/8 times 3 inch pieces of gold metallic cardstock and sliced them diagonally. I adhered one triangle to the left front panel and the other to the right. Here's a pro tip, use double-sided cardstock. I didn't and it caused a bit of a graduation level headache. In the end, I solved it by cutting extra. For the inside, I glued down a piece of white cardstock, a blank space for your words of wisdom. Off screen, I die cut the long fawn scripty congrats and its coordinating outline in Spiffier Speckles, Yeti and gold metallic cardstock. I layered them together and glued the sentiment to the back of the card. Then I die cut 2025 from the Spiffier Speckles cardstock, aligned it on a grid, picked it up with low-tack tape, added glue and placed it beneath the congrats. Peel away the tape and voila! Inside I stamped "You Did It" from Longthorn's Simply Celebrate graduation set. For the back I added gold stars with liquid glue because this card really is the star of the show. Here's the finished card. See that gold tassel? I originally tried making one, but it turned out more masterpiece than masterpiece. So I bought a pack from Amazon instead. The link is in the description below. I love how the card opens and closes. It gives flip-tastic vibes. It reminds me so much of graduation caps and gowns. And I'm chuffed to have created a version with my own crafty spin. Next up, the first class honours degree of card making, a graduation cap and gift holder. Inspired by a tutorial from Brenda Quintana, link in the description. This clever design doubles up as a gift card and card all in one. Let's take a quick look at how the card base will look before we start cutting and scoring. It's always helpful to know what you're working towards. That way, if you get a bit lost along the way, you've got your visual curriculum sorted. I started with black cardstock at 5.5 by 11 inches. With the long edge at the top of my scoreboard, I scored at 5.5 inches. Then I made little pencil marks, not full score lines, at 2.75 inches and 8.25 inches. Then I rotated the cardstock to 180 degrees and repeated these marks on the other edge. Here's a top tip, use a Sharpie to draw a vertical line on your scoreboard. Mine's at 6 inches. This helps with perfect diagonal scores. Now I placed the cardstock diagonally so that the 2.75 inch and 8.25 inch marks lined up with the Sharpie line. I scored diagonally rotated and repeated, creating an X of score lines across the centre. Then I folded along all the lines and used my bone folder to sharpen the creases. I gently pinched the diagonals inward to form a triangle tip. Folds of glory. With the 5.5 edge at the top of the scoreboard, I marked the centre at 2.75 inches on both short ends. Then, using my Sharpie line again, I scored from these points to the ends of the diagonal lines. This made little triangle flaps at each corner. Next, I trimmed away the smaller triangular sections on one end. This helps form the graduation cap shape. If you're following along and your piece looks like mine, hats off to you, you're doing brilliantly. Time to add some flair. At the triangle top of the cap, I made a centre mark and adhered a small die cut circle with a foam square. Not just cute, but functional too. It anchors the tassel. Then I cut 2 black squares at 3 7/8 by 3 7/8 and sliced one in half. I folded along the score lines at the base of the card and attached one half. This created a nifty little pocket for a gift card or banknote. Practical and posh. I cut some Spiffy Speckles paper into 2 3.5 inch squares, sliced one in half for the pocket and glued the full square to the top. Then I added the scripted congrats on the cap and the 2025 on the pocket. For a message, I cut a 3.5 inch square of white cardstock and glued it to the back. It's the right place for your heartfelt words. I tested the pocket with a real gift card and the folding mechanism with a few satisfying flips. Everything worked a treat. Here's the final look at both cards, inside, outside and all around. I'm thrilled with how they turned out. With a bit of practice, these cards are perfect to mass produce for party invites, thoughtful gifts or graduation keepsakes. These cards were created for Craft Roulette episode 268 using the prompts A Card for a Student, Black and Gold, which can be classic or modern, an item of clothing, Hello Grad Cap, and Abstract Blobs. Thank you, Spiffy Speckles. Before we throw our caps in the air, here's a quick slide on what Craft Roulette is all about. I highly recommend checking it out on a Friday night. And finally, don't forget, get clicky for Vicki. Take care and ta-ta for now.